times when it feels right to run away, run away.
What's up guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Lauren. If you're new, make sure to subscribe if you enjoy. It has been a little bit since I've vlogged. Obviously my last video was like the trip and the shower, and I am still so sad that it's over. Like, I feel like so many people talk about how you wake up like the day after your wedding and you're sad that the wedding is over, but no one talks about like being sad after like your bachelorette trip or your bridal shower, stuff like that. I think it's because it's like a once in a lifetime thing. Like, it's not like we're just gonna go on that trip again next year. I'm going on another bachelorette trip, and I think that's what makes me sad, but also so grateful. Like, it was the best trip. It was absolutely amazing. You guys have seen me raving about it for the last 2 weeks now, but I'm just sad that it's over. We are back in North Carolina, obviously. We got back a week ago, and I've picked up my camera like 4 separate times to start a video, and I sometimes get in these moods, ruts, I don't know what to call it, where I just feel like everything I'm sharing is boring and I don't feel like finishing the video because I just feel like what I'm sharing is boring. I don't really know why I feel like that sometimes, because from my perspective, like, I enjoy watching vlogs that are like just a day in the life at home, like just super relaxing and laid back, but when I'm filming it, I'm like, this just seems so boring. So I'm not gonna listen to that part of my brain today, and we're just gonna vlog. I'm gonna do a little like day or two in the life, just kind of also like update you guys on life, because we have so much going on the next like 60 days. I just want to like keep you guys up to date on what you can expect from me. I just feel like I have a lot on my mind, so we're gonna chat a lot in this vlog. Right now I'm making banana bread. I will put the recipe on the screen. This recipe is a recipe of my own. I shared it in Glow with Lo, which was my recipe subscription that I had like a year or 2 ago, which I may open up again. I know I've like talked about it, but like life is just so busy right now, and I don't like to do things that I can't give 100% to, so maybe in the future. But this is what that is from, and it's just like a tried and true recipe. I've made it so many times and it turns out perfect every time. So it's 1 o'clock right now. I had some website work to do this morning, and this afternoon I'm going to do wedding stuff. I have so much wedding stuff to do, and we're going on our friend's bachelor and bachelorette trip next week, and so I just want to get as much stuff ordered for the wedding as possible before then, so that when we get back it's here, and if I need to like re-buy it or send it back or whatever, I still have time to do that. I'm gonna do this and then work out. My camera's about to die, so I'm gonna plug it in while I make this. This is what we're working with before putting it in. This literally took like 10 minutes to throw together. It's so easy. Ended up changing it up a little bit and adding cacao and some chocolate protein just to make it a little bit different, a little bit more chocolatey. So has to bake for an hour. I'm gonna work out while this bakes, and I will check in a few. I am changed. The banana bread is in, and I'm about to make, I am making a little pre-workout. This is like one of my favorite combinations, so I wanted to show it to you guys. It's so simple. It's a piece of sourdough. If you live in Wilmington, this is sold at the Whole Foods. So good. They have like 5 different types. This is our favorite. And then some almond butter, frozen raspberries, which you kind of like break up because they're frozen, so you can kind of crush them. Seeds, and I think I'm gonna add a little honey. I don't really like honey. I never have. But local honey is so good for you, and I've kind of been dealing with some allergies recently, which I've never really had allergies, but we're just in a new place, and I think something here is causing some allergies. And if you have allergies, it's really helpful if you incorporate local honey. So even though I don't really like honey, I think I'm gonna add some of that. This is like the drippiest almond butter. I feel like I have to like, I don't even. Okay, and then I just kind of like crush up the raspberries. Also really, really good with fresh strawberries. Some hemp seeds in the empty spots. Also adding a couple pumpkin seeds. We have our little pre-workout snack. Ideally it would have a little protein, but this is what we're working with today. I want to take a photo for the thumbnail. The raspberries are so cold. Okay, the honey actually makes that really good. Please try this, or with strawberries or blueberries, but it's kind of bland with blueberries. I'm gonna go work out. I'm doing, hold on, I need to chew. I really hope that turns out because I was out of coconut flour and I added protein, which I don't usually do, so fingers are crossed. So for my workout, I'm doing a form Pilates workout. You guys have heard me talk about the form workouts before. It is an app. I love it. I highly recommend it. She just released a 14-day Power Pilates program. So I'm starting that today. I'm gonna do probably day 2 because I want to do upper body. Day 4 because I want to do upper body. Then I'm gonna do like a 10-15 minute walk on the treadmill. I love walking on the treadmill and my body responds to it so well, and I'm just trying to be in my best shape for the wedding. So meet this and I'll see you guys when I work out. Guilty pleasure. This is done. So I wanted to, it was cooling for the last like 20 minutes, but I wanted to take it out of the pan. That's what we're looking like. It usually doesn't crack like that, but it's not really like the recipe totally, so. Oh, Frank, you having a good day? You having a good day? You gonna work out with Mom? Really hard. Do not underestimate the power of 2 3-pound dumbbells. My arms are literally shaking. Looks so good. Like, are you kidding? Yum. Chocolate, banana bread. It only has a little bit of protein, like 2 scoops, so I doubt I'll even taste it. I'm gonna eat this and then make like an actual meal. It is so good. You guys have, oh my god, so good. Here. I know. You guys have to try it. I was going to make like a salty, savory meal, but we don't have much prepped, and that's really all there is to it. We just don't really have that much prep. I usually like to do, like I usually alternate salty and sweet meals all day because I feel like that's like a hack to like just always satisfying like your palate is just to alternate, salty, to just alternate salty and sweet all day, but that's just not really an option today. So doing a little shake, do this stuff. Half a banana, some frozen strawberries. This is supposed to be mixed berries, but there's only blueberries left. Some almond milk. I usually do half almond milk, half water. And then this is the protein that we use. I feel like we love a lot of different ones. This one's just really easy to get at Whole Foods. Do 2 scoops of that. An embarrassing amount of peanut butter. Later. It is like 6:30. I washed my hair hair, so I like to usually, like after I wash my hair, I'll put it in a low twist bun or a braid to just give it some, I don't know, like wave. It's a whole long routine that I do with my hair because it's curly, so the way that I dry it, and then I like half straighten it, but not fully straighten it. So this is what we're working with. But I'm about to make dinner. I have a sparkling water. It's the Mountain Valley sparkling water. This has been my favorite recently. Ben likes the Topo Chico. And then I also love Spindrift because it's all like real ingredients. It's not like natural flavor or anything. Just wearing my nightly uniform. I always put a big t-shirt and lounge shorts on at night and just get really comfy to make dinner. I've been trying to like romanticize, if you will, making dinner and just like creating it to be something that I look forward to doing every night. I used to kind of like see it as like a chore. Even though I've always loved cooking, I just would like rush through the process of making dinner, and I've been trying to just like relax and like use it as like something I look forward to doing at the end of the day. So that's why I have my sparkling water. I usually make some type of like little mocktail or have like a sparkling water, poppy, etc. I worked on some wedding planning stuff for like a half hour, and then I also planned some stuff for my friend's bachelorette. We're leaving on Wednesday. We as in me and Kendra. She's flying in on Tuesday to Wilmington, and then we're driving to Charleston on Wednesday. Right? Or no, we drive. No, she gets here Wednesday, we leave Thursday. And Ben is going to Lake Tahoe. He leaves on Tuesday, I think. So super crazy. We have so much going on. I like want to fill you guys in. I could give you like a really quick rundown, but basically we have this trip. Next week we're going to PA at the end of the month, and then we might be fitting in a weekend trip to Florida because Ben might have a meeting, so I might go get my hair done for the wedding. And then we're going home. Our wedding's September 30th. We're going home a week early, I think, to go to a Penn State game, which will be super fun. It'll be like the perfect weather, like the perfect fall but still warm football weather. Then we have the wedding the last weekend of September. The following weekend we have another PA wedding, so we're staying for that. Then we have our mini moon in the middle of October, and then our friends Benny and Chelsea, their wedding, the trip that we're going on next week, their wedding is at the end of October in South Florida. So, and then everything kind of chills out, which honestly I'm not even like, I don't care if anything chills out like that because that means everything is over. I'm gonna be so sad when everything wedding related is over, but that's kind of just like a little 60-day rundown. We have a lot coming up, and I'm gonna try to fit as many like home day in the life kind of vlogs as possible in between it all because I just don't want all of my content to be like travel wedding focused. But that is what's up. I'll show you guys what we're making. It's like 6:30, I think, maybe a little later, 6:45. And Ben is finishing work. He's gonna be done in like 25 minutes. Snacking on these. If you guys have never had them, I highly recommend. They taste like regular cheese puffs, but they're organic, gluten-free, dairy-free, all the good things, and you would literally never know. They're so good. I'm making a kale salad. So I have all the ingredients laid out. I have the chicken, and then I'm also gonna, I think, air fry these because it's so much easier than like baking them. I used to make this salad on like a weekly basis. It's a vegan Caesar kale salad, and it's just so good. Even Ben absolutely loves it. He used to request it all the time and we kind of forgot about it. So we have kale, and then for the dressing, you don't need this. I just like to add it. It's a garlic rosemary salt, olive oil, tahini, Dijon mustard, salt, pepper, and then usually I would do white balsamic vinegar, but I don't have any, so I'm gonna do a splash of red wine vinegar. This is like the in-depth version of the salad. Oh, and then also lemon. I make like a simple version of this a lot. Oh my God, I'm forgetting the most important ingredient. How could I forget? And the most important ingredient is nutritional yeast. I knew we were low, so I picked up some more yesterday at Trader Joe's, and I have some chicken. I'm about to marinate it. I just have some chopped up garlic on top right now, and then the carrots like you already saw. So, gonna marinate the chicken. Pack of the Trader Joe's organic chicken tenders. I'm going to do half a lemon. I'll definitely put more lemon on once it's cooked, but I don't like to do too much before because it can actually start to cook the meat. And then I'm using this lemon pepper, but any lemon pepper would work. This we got at a market when we lived in Delray, and it is so good. Yeah. some of this rosemary salt. Set it to the side. This lighting is driving me crazy, but we're just gonna roll with it because this is like a staple for us and it's just so easy and it's so good. So it's a bag of raw carrots. Just, drain them, rinse them, and then dry them as good as I can. You wanna use avocado oil because it can be heated to the highest temperature without it damaging the fat. So I usually do 2 good sprays. And then you just wanna use any Italian seasoning. You could even probably just use like a straight up Italian seasoning, but mine are all separate. So I'm doing rosemary, basil, oregano, garlic, salt, and paprika, which you could skip paprika, but I like it for the color. Like a lot of rosemary. Just like a little herb tip, if you have dried herbs and you break them up and like rub them between your fingers as you season your food, it will, I don't need that much. It'll release a lot of flavors. So just rub it really good as you put it on your food. I don't really do it with the little herbs, but like rosemary and thyme, I always do. Just give it a good shake. Okay. I'm not gonna put this on yet because they only take like 15 minutes, but those are ready. Do a generous amount of olive oil because it's just going to get eaten by the kale. Do half a lemon. Might add more, but start with half. I'm gonna do the tahini. For the Dijon, because I didn't like mix the dressing ahead of time, I'm gonna put it into a little bowl and then splash it with water so that I can like drizzle it. Just drizzle it over the vinegar. A little bit of the rosemary salt. If you struggle to like digest kale, it's super normal because it's hard on your gut, but if you massage it, it actually helps break it down and your body can break it down better. I don't know what it does, but I know massaging it helps digestion a lot. So I kind of crunch it. Then you're going to add your nutritional yeast once it's like all nice and mixed up. A lot of nutritional yeast. So good. I haven't had this in so long. We finally have our griller. How's it looking?
It's looking great.
Yeah?
Whatever the seasoning is, looks delicious.
Good.
Wow.
Okay, so here's the final dinner. We have the carrots. I did them on 400 for like 15 minutes, just like mix them halfway through. And then the salad with chicken, and then I topped it with fresh parm, which is kind of ironic because it's a vegan Caesar, but I just really wanted fresh parm on top, so. Hey.
You need salt?
It might. Okay, it is the next day. I just got back. The bug is so loud. It's like 12:30. I just got back from Laser, which was so much fun, as always. It was like almost 2 hours, so that was just truly a blast. But I rewarded myself with a coffee. I've said this a million times. I don't think laser is worth it if you don't struggle with shaving. It's not worth the pain or the money or like getting a laser zapped on your skin. But if you struggle with shaving, it's literally life-changing. I talked about it a lot in another video, so I'll figure out which one it is and link it below if you guys are interested. I go to Salt Aesthetics in Wilmington. The owner is so nice. She typically does like my laser. That's who I had today, and she's really, really nice. So I do recommend if it's something you struggle with, but it's just not the most fun thing. I wanted to wrap up this video and just kind of like fill you guys in with where I've been on social media. I feel like I always talk kind of quiet when I'm outside because our neighborhood is so quiet and I don't want everyone to hear what I'm saying, but if you are like newer to my social media, it probably doesn't seem like I have been like less active or anything, because you just know like the recent me on social media, which I don't really post on Instagram much at all. And like I love TikTok for like the creativity, just like random in the moment fun videos. I love YouTube. It's always been my favorite platform from like the perspective of being somebody to watch other people and also to create content, because it's like home videos and like just having memories documented. And then Instagram, I feel like if you've like followed me for a while, you know I used to post on Instagram like every moment of every day on my story. I would post actual posts like 1 to 2 times a day every single day. I feel like my relationship with social media has just changed so much, and like I have really like simplified my life recently, and I really have tried to like focus on just like being in the moment and like finding joy in the moment, and like not like if I have nothing to do for 10 minutes, like in the past I would always just like get on my phone and just like scroll on my phone. And I've been trying to just like be still with myself more, because it's like even if I'm not doing anything, I would rather do nothing than like just consume a ton of people's lives. Because so many times I'll be scrolling and then like I see things that don't make me feel good, or I see things that I compare myself to, or I don't know, it's rare that I leave a scroll session being like feeling great, you know? So I've been really mindful of that recently, and I think because I'm getting on social media less, I've been posting on social media less, because I just don't think of it as much. But I also, I don't know, I feel like my Instagram has just, sorry, these bugs are really loud. I feel like Instagram, like my YouTube, because this is a channel that I created like 2 years ago. I actually created it right before my mom passed away. And so it was kind of bad timing for this, because I didn't plan on that happening, obviously. Yeah, so I haven't been consistent with this channel until the last couple months. Oh my god, these freaking bugs. And then TikTok I really dove into when we moved here a couple months ago. Are you freaking kidding right now? I'm gonna have to ask you guys to stop making that noise. But Instagram I've had since 2014. This is ridiculous. Instagram has just been a part of so many stages of my life. It was when I did personal training, I was vegan, I counted macros, I did macro coaching, I did balanced lifestyle coaching. It was like balanced leader search era, if you guys were here for that. It was like blow with flow, and then it was like everything that happened with my mom when I wasn't posting much, and now it's like Wilmington, but I don't even post much, and I feel like in a way like very disconnected from my Instagram, because during each of those like seasons of my life I've grown to an extent, whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 followers. Not that my Instagram account is like anything crazy, but it's just grown incrementally during each of those like seasons. And so I just am like, I don't know, I just feel like disconnected from that like community. Whereas like my YouTube and my TikTok are so much more modern of like who I am now, so it's so much more comfortable for me to post. But I don't know, I just have been uninspired to post on Instagram, and I just, again, think so much of that is because I'm uninspired to scroll on social media. And so I don't know, it's been really refreshing. Me and Ben have had so many conversations about it recently, and just like wanting to have a home and like build a home that like, if you will, is like it like resembles living in the 90s. Like I love the 90s so much. I love that like people were just more present, people had like in-person face-to-face conversations, you call people instead of text, you're not wasting time on screens, like you spend time together at night, like all the things. Most of us were all alive in the 90s, early 2000s, and I just think that life was so much better. Trying to create a home that can resemble that as much as possible. And the point of this rant is just to inspire, if you've been feeling a pull to just be on social media less, do it. Find a platform that you still want to indulge in, or find people that you still want to indulge in. Like I have like 3 girls on YouTube that I love watching, and like I will watch all their videos. As soon as one's up, I'm probably watching it that day. But that is like what I've been finding joy in with social media, not scrolling on like every platform every day. So that's my little rant. That's kind of why I've been posting less on Instagram, but I do plan to get back into it. I feel like I've said that to myself so many times, and it just feels so unnatural. I don't know why Instagram just feels so unnatural to me right now. And I don't know, I'm like, I've thrown around the idea like starting a whole new page, which I'm really not against, but I also do have such a great community on Instagram. It's just like, I don't know, I feel very disconnected from it. So that's where I'm at, that's where I've been, and that is my little social media rant of the day. So I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna start a video this weekend, and either do like a Wilmington weekend or just like a weekend in my life, something like that. So stay tuned for that. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Now it feels so